So first things first, I'm very frustrated today. And second thing is, my throat infection has not healed yet completely. But ठीक है, I can speak. It's not that I was mute for the last few weeks. When I speak for a really long time, the whole system kind of gets triggered in my throat and it leads to coughing. But for the next few minutes, we're just gonna ignore that and focus on some really good challenging questions for self-talk purpose, but I'm going to answer all these questions in this video because I love questions and I love answering to them and I love talking. So yeah, without blabbering way too much, let's get started. So I have all my questions written down in my copy. It's my school copy. So the first question is, are you genuinely happy? It depends. It completely depends. But currently, right now, if you're asking me, then kind of no, again, kind of yes. It's very difficult for me to answer to that question because currently, when I'm filming on the in this scenario, I'm kind of happy, but it's not always what it looks like. So, nah, I don't think so that I'm genuinely happy right now. I just need a long vacation. I just need some good amount of fun in my life, and that's gonna change my mindset at least for the next few months, but that's not really happening. So I would say, nah, I'm not really happy right now. Next question is, what is the greatest accomplishment of your life? See, nothing great, but I do have some tiny accomplishments, I would say. But one of the most important milestone would be that the first day I got my fees. Now I teach students, like basically home tutoring. So the first time I received my fees, and that's my very first payment in my whole life. I never earned before that. So I still remember I received 1200 rupees, and I remember the moment I took that money, came back home and showed that money to my parents. They were so happy, and the fact that my father, like his reaction basically won my heart. For me, I guess these are the most greatest accomplishments because I have not achieved anything great yet. So yeah. Next question, and I'm already thinking twice if I should answer this. That is, what is your most terrible memory? Now I have many, but one of the most terrible memory I could remember right now is that, during कोविड लॉकडाउन के फेज में जब लॉकडाउन थोड़ा बहुत रिलीज हुआ था, आई रिमेंबर आई टोल्ड माई मदर कि आई एम जस्ट गोइंग आउट फॉर अ वॉक बिकॉज months and months locked in my room really got my mind like that. So I just thought of just going out and taking a walk just in my locality, not going anywhere far. So I went out and there were like hardly people on street. So I was just going, walking, and I suddenly felt like this weird feeling within myself that it's normal when you walk on the not walk on the people, and when you walk on the road, it's normal for people to look at you, right? Not stare, look at you, just getting a glance. So that's completely normal. So when I was receiving those looks, basically for me, example, I'm walking down and someone just looked at me and just moved their head to the other side. Even in that scenario, I was like so anxious that why are people looking at me? Like, is there something wrong with how I look, or is there something bad they're thinking about? I don't know. And I remember kind of running back to my home. When the moment I entered in the house, I closed the door and I was just panting. I was like this, I was panting. I mean, and from that day onwards, it was very difficult for me to go out and even to live peacefully. I was like, no, like what is even happening to me, because I have never been like this. So that's the most terrible memory I could say, and I guess this is the first and the last time that I am talking about this, because this still haunts me. It does. Next question is, do you indulge yourself in negative thought before going to bed at night? And the answer is yes. I mean, it's not voluntarily, but it happens to me. I start thinking about deaths. Like, one thing that I hate to joke about, or I hate to kind of discuss about, is death. I start thinking about someone's death who is completely fine and fit in real life, and I start praying to God, and then I start crying. I mean, I sometimes slap myself in the middle of the night in order to just, distract myself so that I don't think all of those things, because it just sucks. So the next question is, best piece of advice you have ever received. Now, one of the best piece of advice that I've ever received is, be proactive and not reactive. Now, by that I mean, you should not react to something like this basically झटके में किसी ने कुछ बोला कि अरे इसने मुझे ये बोल दिया, चलो कुछ उल्टा पुल्टा बोल देते हैं, and that should not be done. If someone told you something, just be calm. Don't even talk at that moment. If you are unable to take control of your words, just don't talk for that moment. Be calm, stay cool, and afterwards you can just talk it out in a cool, respectable manner. You don't really need to just go on like that. And this advice has been given by my father. I am very reactive in nature, but lately I'm trying to be proactive because I don't want to hurt people, even if they are hurting me, because at the end of the day I will regret, and this has happened to me, so I don't want to repeat those. There's so much sound happening around me, but I can't really help it. Next question is, what was the most important lesson you have learned from a past relationship? I would say not past, I mean past relationship. क्या ही बोलूँ? I was a kid back then, but I still learned that you should not hurry up. You should take things one at a time, because we kind of always want that, oh my god, let's meet our parents and घर घर में सब कुछ बातें हो जाए and all of that. We all want that, right? But it has its own time, right? तो मैंने बहुत जल्दबाजी कर दिया था तभी, and again I was a kid, तो मुझे पता नहीं था कि मैं क्या कर रही हूँ. I was so immature at that time. Another thing I would like to say that I have learned, not from that relationship but from the current one, is that in order to make a relationship work, most simple and the most basic thing that you need to do is behave properly with each other. Like, sometimes I do behave very harshly, and that lead to something really bad, like quarrels and not talking to each other for days. So automatically that will lead to more, frustration. So it's better that you both talk to each other with respect and with love, and just behave normally, just like two human beings. Just don't disrespect each other and respect the person's spaces. That's it. Next question is, what do you most value in a friendship? And that is loyalty. I guess friendships are something where loyalty truly plays a really huge role. If other people are bitching about me to my friends, I expect my friends to stand for me. I expect them not to pay heed to them. Like, if you have problem with me, then come to me and tell me what's the matter. Just be upfront about it. सब कुछ मुंह पे बोल दो rather than back bitching. That really is bad. So loyalty, honesty, and basically having faith into each other. Honestly, I want to answer more, but no, I have to have a limit on the video length. So the last question for today is, what do you want people to remember about you after you are gone? That's difficult to answer. That I never tried to hurt anyone's intentions. I know that I am sometimes very rude, even to myself. I just want people to stay happy and good in life. So I want people to remember me for my open-mindedness and for my kindness. Nothing else, because there's nothing to remember me for. मैंने कुछ उखाड़ नहीं लिया है अभी, तो maybe this much. So that is it for today's video. I hope that the answers were pleasing to your ears. This is my most honest and raw version. I am nothing more, nothing less than this. Maybe a little more, but kind of going to that benchmark. So if you have enjoyed today's video, then make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, comment, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Ask your friends also to subscribe if they are enjoying it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye. Oh, हाथ इधर उधर हो गया. Let me try once more. Bye.